Okay, so before this video even begins, I do want to say originally I planned to make a video like this for at the start of this year, but I never really got around to it because I had other things to do. But yeah, now that I actually have free time on my hands, I figured I'd talk about this topic because it's a topic I've been meaning to talk about for a long time, but I just didn't really get around to it until now. So I know that 2020 is over, and I'm glad that the year 2020 is finally over because it's been a rough year for everybody. It wasn't just me, it wasn't just the whole state, it wasn't just Europe. I mean, the whole planet has unfortunately been cursed with this new disease, and honestly, as far as I know, everyone that I know is taking this pandemic seriously, at least from what I'm aware of, and I'm just glad so far that things are starting to kind of settle down, but at the same time, it's kind of getting worse in other parts of the world. I mean, just because, for example, let's just say Mexico, for example, is had better CDC restrictions than I don't know. Let's say maybe be Asia, for example, is not doing too well. Just because Mexico's doing well, that doesn't mean Asia's doing well as well either, which I'm gonna probably explain later in this video, which will have nothing to do with Mexico or Asia, because like I said, that was just an example. But anyway, like I said, 2020 has been a rough year for everyone, but that just because the year 2020 is over, that doesn't mean that the decade of 2020 is over. Now you're probably going to be wondering, well, Nightwing, what are you talking about? 2020 is over. We're safe. Don't you know that? Well, I mean, yes, it's true. 2020 is over, but that doesn't mean the decade of 2020 is over. I mean, 2021, I mean, I will admit, it's already off to like a rough start, just like last year, which I'm not going to explain why because I don't really need to. I mean, we're off to literally, like I said, the exact same start as last year. I mean, for for this pandemic, but I mean, it the only difference is at least we're taking this pandemic a little more seriously this time because I mean, seriously still have restrictions. I mean, it's only been like a whole year since I don't know, everyone's been telling each other to wear masks, social distance, stay safe, and all that stuff, which I'm not going to harp on too much because, I mean, like I said, things have settled down a little bit. I don't know where you guys are, but I'm just assuming where you guys are. I hope things are settling down, and I do hope things get better, but also today actually marks the 1 year anniversary of, unfortunately, this world disease getting spread, which is unfortunate because, like I said, a lot of people have lost their jobs. A lot of people can't really do too much, and like I said before, I feel bad and all that stuff because I mean. I mean, people just want to get outside again, which I don't blame them for. I'm gonna be honest, I'm not really that excited to get back out. I mean, I'm just a lazy person that just enjoys playing video games, so there's really no difference. But no, on a serious note, I do hope that things go back to the way they were before. I do hope that things change and like I do hope everything goes back to normal eventually. And I do want people to get back to what they originally enjoyed doing, which I'm going to be honest, I the only thing I enjoyed doing outside of the house was maybe going to the comic book store and seeing a couple of my friends there, which I actually really enjoy. But I digress. But anyway, unfortunately, there's already been talk of what, maybe a third wave of COVID-19 coming in. I recently just heard this like a couple minutes ago before the starting of this video, and apparently there's a third wave reported in what, Europe, I believe, and maybe even Germany. I'll have to do a quick Google real quick for you guys. Okay, so I just pulled it up on my phone, and apparently, from what I see from like the news articles that I've been seeing, is apparently there's Germany experiencing third wave of COVID-19, along with Italy again and Rome as well. From what I'm seeing here, I mean, I would link all this stuff in the description, but I mean, I just pulled it up on my phone. I mean, I'm not really googling on the PlayStation, but I'll still be glad to like post the article goals in the description so you guys can check it out if you're interested. But I'm gonna be honest, I don't think this is going to be as useful, but I mean, I do hope that people are still taking this pandemic seriously. But anyway, you guys, I do want to say that if things are settling down, that's great. But I mean, at the same time, it's kind of like you don't want to let your guard down because just because one part of the world is safe from COVID, that doesn't mean the rest of the world is safe either. Because, like I said, we're still dealing with a goddamn pandemic, and this is only going to get worse and worse. And I don't want that to happen. I really don't. I just want things to go back to normal so that way we can go out again. So, what? Like, we want to experience fun stuff again, right? I mean, what would happen if we didn't really have COVID? Well, I mean, we go back to normal. Like I said, I'm gonna be honest. I don't know why I said that. My brain is just buffering right now. But anyway, what I'm trying to get at is we want to do fun stuff again, right? We want to go travel to like Disney. We want to go see concerts. We want to go see magicians perform. We want to. Did I just say magicians? But like, God, this was a bad day, but I digress. We want to go to casinos. We want to go all do all that fun stuff, you know? But I'm gonna be honest, I'm not a real fan of casinos. I tried it once. I only liked blackjack, but I digress. Anyway, the point is, I just wish that if everyone took this pandemic a little differently, I mean, I'm pretty sure the whole situation it would have ended a lot quicker, but I mean, it's been a year now and we're still in this goddamn pandemic. Now, I will admit, at the start of this whole thing, I was getting a little bit nervous because when I was talking to some of my friends before, they did point out now that I was acting a little bit like a baby, but I'll be honest, I don't really care, but at the same time, I kind of do, but I'm not saying that in a bad way. I'm just saying that in a good, concerned way. I mean, we've been in this pandemic for a year now, and so far things are looking okay. So there's really no need to worry as much. But I will say this: am I still worried about this pandemic? Yes. Am I as worried as I used to be? Probably not, but I will admit things are gonna look up. It's just we're just gonna have to wait a little bit longer, unfortunately, for this whole thing to settle down. I mean, as long as we keep doing the CDC guidelines and all that stuff, I mean, we'll be fine. I mean, there's no real reason to like worry and all, but anyway, you guys, I'm just kind of rambling at this point, so I just thought I'd give you all an update. This is probably the last time I'm ever going to talk about COVID, and I hope it's the last time I talk about it, because I think the last time I talked about it was like what when I made like a video about how things are getting out of hand with masks and stuff. I'm gonna be honest, I don't really remember. I'm gonna probably have to look back on my channel and do a little bit of research myself, because God, it's been a while since I last talked about it. But anyway, you guys, this pandemic, Mick, oh my goodness, it's just been a complete nightmare for all of us. But on the bright side, we still got a lot of fun things to do. I mean, we got video games, we got FaceTime, we got everything and kind of video games have been kind of keeping me going in this pandemic because again, I really had nothing else to do. Maybe work on my game board. I did do that, but at this point, I digress. But sorry, you guys. I just hope you're all safe. But anyway, you guys, I'm pretty sure no one wants to be in this pandemic anymore. And if that's the case, let's just keep doing what we're doing. That's all we can really do, honestly. As long as we keep just doing the CDC guidelines and all that stuff, we'll be okay, and this pandemic will end sooner. So, anyway, you guys, thank you all for watching and or listening. If you you are just as concerned as I am, or if you want me to do more commentary videos, just let me know in the comments below. I might do another one in the future, but I hope I can actually get some actual gameplay out the next time because I am starting to get a little bit of bored with my commentary videos because I'm running out of ideas of what to talk about. So, I mean, I do have some Fortnite clips with some of my friends. I'll maybe post those, but yeah, other than that, until next time, you guys, I'm staying safe from COVID as much as possible, and I hope you are too. So, until next time, you guys, I'll see you all later.